Okay, since my video camera is not working on my computer, I'm not sure how to work it. We're going to start off very slowly, and I'm hoping that we're able to explain the entire deal. There's a lot that's going on. There's a lot of numbers that are passing in front of me. Numbers, just referral TO, which represents 2015, or TN represents Tennessee, which is part of a 9/11 corner, which is part of 2014. There's also Tim Hortons. The way they make the H on the Tim Hortons over here, it looks like an ID. You see the way number 4 and number 1, or number 1 and number 9. NIBIRU, U and N. See the UN? NIBIRU. Okay? Now at the same time, what we're going to do is I'm going to move this book and I'm going to read off of it and see if I can get to the highest degree. In order to arrive at the highest degree, okay, and on a complete plank, would be the number 84, which is 7 times 12, which is 2 times 42, which is 2 times 21, which is a dice cube. You put 2 together, you get the word NIBIRU. All the way through, you got 2 letters which are different. See the way it goes around and around and around? It's like a tunnel. Instead of it going up, 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 it's going far, 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 and then it opens up. And then you can hear the echo, echo, echo. Anyways, that's not where we're going next. Where we're going next, and I'm hoping to be able to explain this, is that NIBIRU, okay, R-U in the name is pronounced in Mercury. It is pronounced in, let me go back here, it's pronounced in Saturn, it's pronounced in Uranus, and Saturn, Uranus, and Venus each have the word sun, so they're all connected together. Another thing, what I was saying about 44, 44 is the angle of 45, the in-between, the total from the 1 not touching till the end touching. 1 touches, 1 does not, 44. 144 is the total of Mercury and Mars together in the additional of the Gematria count. They both start with M and M, okay, and Mercury has the U and R in it, just like I said before. U and R is 2139. Mercury altogether is the number 93, or Highway 93, which passes over the Mercury Bridge. Oh, I'm sorry, Herbert Hoover Bridge. Okay, 144 or 1440 is the minutes in a day, and the reason that it's only 144, 12 times 12, is man hasn't been created yet. Another thing I'd like to say is 26 or 216. Okay, 216 is an equivalent of 9 days. Okay, of the 24-hour day equaling to 216, missing the 24 hours. It says disease, but it also can say disease. Okay, and the reason I said that is because of the word Saturn. You see the word Saturn? Take out the word U and R and S, the sun, and all you're left with is the rat inside of Saturn. But that's not the only one, because Uranus also does the same thing, except I did not do a numerological word count. Your anus, take away sun, all you got is URA, Universal Angel Resident, which is basically us. That's the way I see it. Or could be the spirit that comes within us. Earth has a numerological count of 52. Mars, 51. To make the difference, one has 2 moons, one has 1. And at the end, they both make 53. 53, 35 is 88 before the creation of 91, which is 9 by 9, 81. 11 by 11, 121. Between 81 and 121 is 40, and that's the game of Monopoly. Jupiter is a count of 99. Every planet, okay, and NIBIRU that's coming, all has the letter U in it, except for Mars and Earth. But if you really read Mars properly, Mars or SARS, it's just a disease. And Saturn is a rat. It's a star rat. So I'm trying to figure out, are they both diseases? Because Uranus. We're going to go back one more. If you can't follow me, you can't follow me. There's just too much. Too many connections to AC/DC. I'm going to back up until I see where I can go. First of all, I don't even know if I started this camera yet. Oh yeah, I did. That would have been pretty funny, eh? if I didn't start the camera. So here we are. I don't know how I'm going to transfer it over, but the word tote, T-O-T-E, T-O says 2015, T-E says 2005, 5225, 3 times. Anyways, let's get out of that. Where are we next? We did tote. Yellow, the energy of Christ that I always call, what I call the energy, which is the lightning bolt that comes down. Yellow is 92 and black is 29. So what do you get? The 2 ends of a bumblebee, black and yellow. Football equals 83 because it goes in the air. 3 by 8 is 24, how we connect our day, around and around. We must be floating somewhere. Judgment Day. I have been judged by the word ISON. You want to see what the word ISON does? I-S-O-N. Here's the first part of pi. It also says Illinois. O-N. 14 is N, 15 is O. S is 19. 9-2 comes next. Could say yellow. Creation of yellow. What does it mean? I don't know. I'm not a doctor. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take 2005, when my project began, away from 7286, the number I received, it equals to 5281. 5281, or 25, equals to a total of 5 by 2, and 5 plus 2 equals to a total of 17. Of the commencement of the 1776, 5281, 81 is 9 times 9. So you have 52, which means Earth, and 81 means Venus. Earth and Venus. And together, it's the third and it's the second planet, or the second and the third planet, and that's what has to do with when this whole project began. Now what we're going to go is the final date should be 3791, which means 2015, which is my final date in the English calendar, plus 1776, because everything has to work out every single way, which equals to 3791, which is 3757 plus 34. 34 is a numerological count for 1, okay, in which un in French and 1 together explain Jesus as 1 and 1, okay. Jesus may not have been the man who came here, but he may still be the God if you want to look at it that way, okay. So we got over here 3791 with the 34, because my interpretation is apparently being born on the 25th of the month, okay, which is the 359th day, or the 360th day, which is almost all the way around because the world is turning. You have to count that also for the day, and it advances over the sun. Jesus was born in the year 3757, plus 2 years and 306 days, which brought him into -3. The Hebrew calendar apparently changed. Now I'm only working with, and I can be totally wrong, because when they say Jesus died, did he die at time 0 at 33? Did the calendar start when he died, before he died? It doesn't matter. The numbers I'm working at will still be in the same rectified order, because that means I'm just making this one linear mistake, but actually the story stays in the same order because I'm not changing anything. So if he was born in 3757 plus 2015, we would be in the Hebrew year of 5772. And that was last year. So that means we have to add on 3 more years. In the year 5775, in 3 years, it'll be 2018 in the real calendar. 3757. Am I reading the right thing? I'll just read it out to you. 3757 in 2018 is 5775. 3757 and all the way up to 1771 and 1776, the numbers are 45, total 28, which is the fox of time, or the creation of the fox. One of the two. Time heaven of Christ. 3757 plus 1771 through 1776. And we can go on to 1789. And of course, they had to start with old George Washington in 1789. And the reason for that is 8 by 9 is 72. 8 plus 9 is 17, is 89 again. And it's 17 the Queen. 17 for the 1776, which is the Q letter, in which I don't want to get into that right now. Now what we're going to do, okay, is I'm going to try and explain this to you, okay? In the year 3760, which was the time they mentioned the switch of the calendars between the Hebrew calendar and the Jesus calendar. Okay, it was 3760. Now we're going to go at the beginning of time. Number 8, the word time is a 47 gematria. 47 times 30, I think. 47 times, is it 300 or 30? I'm gonna check it out. 47 by 0, 3 by 7 is 1, is 2, 3 by 4 is 12. Creation of 30, of time, 30 equals to 1410, which is basically 24, which is basically NJ, which is John. Okay, they're talking about John here, and they're also talking NJO. Okay, now I don't, oh, that's right, NJO, here it is, look, NJO. It also looks like it says Uzo. J-N-O. Got to count them again because he's Alpha Omega. He surrounds everything. When you go to 1, you pass on 0. So anyways, you have this 30 times. Now I got to figure out, I'm going to have to take out the calculator. I'm going to have to take out this calculator. And where is it? Okay. 2350 divided by 47 equals 50. Wow. 50 times 47 equals 2350. That was the time of Moses. Now you want to go on another 1410 years. Another 30 times 47 will bring the time of Jesus. Now that we have 47, okay, I got to see over here, 2014 divided by 47 equals 42 years. Let me see exactly what that is. 42 times 47, because man of heaven is 42, equals 1974. Equals 1974. Plus 147 equals 2021. 2021, 20 plus 21, it equals 41. Back to the beginning again, the beginning of time. 41, go in Monopoly. I don't even know which way. 20, or the with the angel and without the angel, because you can't have two angels. You're you and that's it. No, there's nobody else. The other one's on the other side connecting you. So you end up with a total. If you look at it properly, this would be in 6 years from the end date, because it took 6 years to start from the first date before you can say one semester is gone of 6. For 6 years, don't have to do the last 6 years. They have been created. Now they're being destroyed or recreated again. So what we got now is, and that's basically at the age of 41, I got sick. So this would be 43. 4 times 3 is 12. AC/DC again, which comes at the end of this one. But if we run it at 42, it means man of heaven, okay? Which would be a total of 42. 30 for Christ is 72. Plus 50 is 122 cycles of 47, which is 11 times 11 plus the leap year equals 122, and that's incredible. That's incredible. Let me see this now. Let me see this. My camera's still working? Yeah, it's still working. Clear this. Okay, so 122 times 47 equals 5734. It was 5734. I was born in 5724. 5734 actually means 57 and 34 is 91. And if you want to take a look, we already did it the first time. Let me turn it around again and see if it's on the right side. Right here, 3791. I did it the first time. This means 1. Now I bring it back to 5774, which is 5734. From 3757, it's 2023 years. Is that right? No. It's 1974 years. And 74 is the number of Jesus. Jesus. 7 by 4 is 28. 7 and 4 is 11 equals 229. 29 and 19 equals 38. Another thing I wanted to mention is that the word 8 in French has a total of 58. 29 and 29. H-U-I-T. Hewitt. Okay? 29 and 29 is the gematria for 1 or 2, pending where you're traveling with the numbers. Another thing I was going to mention, if I can find it, okay, is that 3760 or 3773 is part of NIBIRU, and 60 is the total of the count. I don't even know how to say it. 60 means 4. It means the 4 corners, it means the pillars. Anyway, 60 plus 37 is 97. 9 times 7 is 63, creation. 9 plus 7 is 16. There's the one spirit of man coming back to 79 again. Plus 1, because you always have to add the one spirit, whether you're in or not, equals 80. 40, 40. The other thing about this is in order to take 16, and you go 1 times 6, 1 plus 6 equals 6 and 7, the spirit of 76, or man in his world here in Montreal. Then you take the 63, kept coming from 9 times 7 equals 63, equals 18 plus 9. Now we reduce the 18, 1 times 8, 1 plus 8, equals to 17. 17 is the queen, which is 1 plus 7 equals 8, and 9. And that's how you get 8 and 9, the birth and the heaven of the one Spirit of God, the queen. Then you go 1 times 7, 1 plus 7 is 15. Now you have the egg and the birth. Now you go 1 times 5, 1 plus 5 equals 11, which is man and his spirit birth, 9, 11. It becomes 9, 11 from that. So 97, 63 of creation becomes 9, 11. The other thing I was doing in another video was about, I'm just going to be checking something online. Wow. And so the other thing I was talking about is the sky. And what I said about the sky is the letters they use to spell it in French says ciel. It means go seer. It also turns around to lice, or replace the C with an S, and it says the sky lies. Okay. Another thing I want to jump onto is A to E, which is 1 and 5. When you add up A and E, or A and E together, equals 6F, or A and E, okay, equals a total of 1 plus 5 equals 6F. But if you put the two numbers together, 1 and 5, it ends up to equaling the letter O. So you take the O, then you add the 1 to it, so you have O plus 1, and you have the letter P, so you have 16P. Okay, now what you do to it, okay, is you take the total and you take the letter O, which is the 15th letter, plus the 5th letter E, because we had A and E, now we had O and A, now we have O and E. So we take O and E and equals T20. T20, which is the beta world, or 20, equals 2 second letter B, B and O rail, 16P. That says the 16th of September. That's what this says. That's the way I read it. Now we put these together. Where was I going to go to next? I was going to look at, and I already did this, we have Venus, we have Uranus, and we have Saturn, all with the word sun. It all totals 54, and the word IT. Okay? IT. Or the smallest you can get is Z and C. That's the smallest you can get. So that would be 263. That would be creation of 126, which is the one spirit of man. Don't forget, Saturn and Mars are rats and lice and mice. They're only here to confuse us for some sort. Some of these planets that are out there are not even real. Is NIBIRU real? Is Iasin real? I don't know. But we're going to show you something else. Something a little bit different. I'm going to see if we can get to this. Let me see this. The word love is 58. The word man is 64. The total is 122. Only happens on a leap year. That's right, when February extends to 29 days, it would be black. And then, the year after, it's 28 days. 59th and 60th day of the year. Let us count from 9. 9 plus 7 equals 7. We reach the 7th gate. 9 minus 2 equals 7. Therefore, 9 equals 2 and 7. That's how we get 7 and 2. Also, 9 times 8 is 72. So we can now get the extension of it. Okay? Now, in order to get to 6 with 9, and no, we're not even going to do that. I'm going to try and see if we can add something else. The word Mercury has a number count and ends with RY, which is a total of 43, which is something out of the Baltic. Is that what's happening? What's happening in the Baltic? Don't forget, this is not a real world exactly the way it is. We could be inside, the sky opens up, the day opens up, they close the sky, they move the clouds, they add a little chemtrails, they put you in the hospital, they tell you don't have enough money. It doesn't take money to cure somebody. There's enough money in this world. This money thing? Money? 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 And they rhyme it with honey? And it ain't sweet at all. How sweet it is when you're missing it. It ain't no honey at all. It's sour lemons. Sun, S-U-N. What? 19 plus 21 plus 14. 14. 3 times 4 is 12. 3 plus 4 is 7. The total is 19. What do we get from the sun? Number 19, 21, number 14, a total of 54. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3. The command and create of 33 of the Jesus Christ, of the plus and the minus, equals 3 and 4, which is equal to 12, and 7 is 19. And 1 and 9, and 1 times 9 equals to the same number once again. Trying to see which way we can go. The other thing about the spirit, the real reality of 9 and 1, yes, I just figured this out. Okay, 9 and 1, in order to go from 1 down, you don't go from 1 to 0. You go from 1 to 9. That's how you go. So when you go, okay, from 1 to 7, you go 6 up. When you go 9 to 7, you go 7 up. 9 to 7. 9 towards the 7th gate. Now you get the spirit of 76 and 1976, the Montreal Olympics. My bar mitzvah year. Remember, it's all conjunction to 10 and 11. 10 is Jack. 11 is Jack. Now we're going to go to Mercury, and we're going to take Mercury and Mars, put it together, and I've done this before, it totals 144. I already spoke about Saturn, and it turns into the rat. It turns into a disease. The total of Uranus is 94. 9 by 4 is 36. 2 times 47 is 94. That means we would have time. That means 94 goes into the year of Moses. How many times? 94 times 20 times 30 times 25. Now we're going to calculate this. 94 times 25. 94 times 25 equals 2350, which is perfect. It took a quarter. 2.5 times 940. 25 times 94 equals to the time Moses was born. Now we want to do it one more time. We want to find out when Jesus was born. 25 times 94. And the other time should be 2015. Let me just check that out. My mouse seems to have slept. Come on, mouse. Okay, so we have 3760 minus 2350 equals 1410. Oh, that's insane. Another 14 and 10 is 24. Man of heaven. 1410 divided by 94 equals 15. Wow. Wow. 15. First it took 25 cycles of 94. Then it took 15 cycles to Christ of 94. So now we get into the year 3760, and we've used 40 cycles of 94. Equals to 3760. Wow, that works out so perfect. 49 and 40 is 89. 8 by 9 is 72. We're back to the beginning again. So now what we're going to do is we're going to find out how many 94 cycles it took from then to now. And we know 20 of them would have given us to 1880. And 21 of them would have given us to 1974. Works out to the same thing. 20 and 21, 1974 plus 40 years. The same thing as it was for Jerusalem at the end, 21 plus 40 years. The reason for that is because one of the dice is 21, which is complete. The other one is 20 plus 40, because you can't go to 25, because then you're on the other side. You don't want to go on the other side. It's like a continuation. You're stopping at the end. You're coming up. You left from the gate on the right. You're stopping on the gate on the left. So we have this over here. We have Uranus. There's so many things we can put together. Then there's Neptune. It ends with 95. And that's the fox. That's like controlling, like Neptune is the energy of the space, controlling the oceans, and I don't know, doing something with the moon and making our world work. You see, in Neptune, there's a U, but there's no R. There's no H, and there's no S. Saturn is an S. Uranus is an S. Venus, there's an S. Mars, there's an S. Earth is no S, but man is here. So maybe Neptune has no S, but man is there. In the end of Neptune, it says UNE, which means 1. 21 and 14, it's a total of 40. 5, 19, 40. 40 plus 34, total of un in French, and 1 in English is 74, which is Jesus, or the cross. And then it says Nep, or pen, tick-tock, something's going on, something's going on, something's going on. Then we have Pluto. It has the U dead center. PL, 1612. TO to 2015. So we got 1612, or we have 1216 to 2000, and let's say 14. So we've got 998 years here, which is 999. And take away 4 here is 995, which is perfect. 999 and 995. Okay, so that's what we have with Neptune. We have that with Pluto. We have Jesus that was born on the 359th day of the year. We have the addition, okay? Just when we add up 1 to 5, A and E, isn't it crazy the way we add up A to E and it equals 15, the egg? And then we add the first and the last, it equals 21, U. How is it that all the letters in the alphabet, the vowels, total 51? Now they took away the penny. Which one should we count? The angel? Another word in French, okay? Neuf. It means new in English. It also means 9. But if you say it, the letters N-E-U-F, it means an egg. And we're here. T-E-N, 20 times 19. Listen to this. The word T-E-N, the T is 20, E is 5, N is 14. Add the two of them, because you can't add the one to the far left to the far right. You got to have something in the middle that justifies. So it's the E and the N, which is 19. So 10 in English, which is 10, and T is 20. If 20 times 19 is 380, plus the 19, because you always put back from where you started, you have 399, which is 297, which is just like before we spoke before, which is 63 and 63, which is 126. 126 equals 52, which equals man, earth. Man and earth. And 6. Man, no, I don't, M-A-N, 14, 13, 14, 13, 15, 13, 14, 15? No. 1, 13, 14, 28. You know what's funny? Man is 28, and that's time heaven. Beta heaven. Okay, so now we're going back onto neuf. The word sounds like neuf in French. It sounds like a new egg. The other thing we want to look at it is deux, trois, quatre. The word 4. The word 7 or scepter. Anyways, now we want to go in the French. We want to go to 10. Okay? 10. 10. So when you add up 10, okay, it's 4. And look at the way it looks. Wait. Looks like the Roman numeral 9. It looks like 419. 419 for 10 in French. And then you had 20 times 19 in English. 4 times 19 is man of space. 168. 1 times 6 times 8 is 48. 6 by 8 is 48. 4 times 8, 32. 4 plus 8 is 12. 44. We have the corner again that we spoke about before. I can't remind you about everything we do. Another thing for NIBIRU, where we have N-I-I-R, all valued at 42. The word roi, which is king in French, is also valued at 42. And 23, the creation, is for queen in French. And the nav, the valet, who covers all the 4 corners, because one of the navets is going to be a bad boy all the time, or trying to make you be bad, or They're trying to make you be good. You're one, he's the other all the time. That way you keep yourself well and swell. The other thing I want to mention is both words. In the winter, we have a word with W in it, and that's snow. W-O-N-S, backwards is won. Winter says win, snow says won, I win, I won, and that's the winter. And I think that's the end of this 30-minute video. Is that what we're in? Oh, there's so many numbers coming in. Anyways, Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. I want to thank you for watching. And how do we shut off this video?